Yo, yo, yo. I've got this feeling, baby. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? Happy CPI day. Happy CPI day. Looking forward to today's CPI. Always look forward to it. It's gonna be some big moves. Big moves. Is the camera good? Looks good, looks good. How's the sound? Let's check the sound out. Make sure the sound's good. Should be good now, should be good, should be good. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Man, I just hope the stream makes it to actual CPI today. Because it was acting up yesterday. Alright, I think we should be alright. The mouse. Let's get the chat up here. How are we looking? All right. Camera still a bit bright. Okay, so let's start with pound yen. So I've been looking at my charts like this because I always want to know what the 4 hours doing. So rather than flip back and forth between charts, I've literally just been keeping a 4 hour to the right so I can always see it, and it's definitely been helpful. It's definitely been helpful. So let me know if the layout is good for you guys. You can still see everything, but I should still be able to. So, daily time frame, pound yen, very bullish. We managed to, it had such a late push yesterday, which was quite annoying. It pushed right at the end of the day, finally broke above 198.8, did get the closure above, and it kept going, but it's too late for me at that time to be trading, so I didn't take anything there. But I'm glad it worked out. So the 4 hour, as you can see over here, we've just been very bullish. Apart from the 6 a.m. candle, which actually broke the low first, then came back up and broke the high and continued pushing, pound yen has still been super bullish. Daily still bullish. 4 hours very bullish. I've still got my trade on here. So I actually did take a trade this morning, as you can see. Very simple. Closure above, broke the high, pushed up. So I was aiming for this 4 hour resistance, but I put it at 198.8 just because it's a round number. And yeah, as you can see, little 34 pips this morning, 13 pip stop loss. So my stop loss was initially below the previous candle, and then I reduced it. And yeah, it's a nice little trade today. Nice little trade. I'm gonna take that off. So pound yen can either pull back from this 4 hour level. I will need to see it break below this, or close below this support, and then more of a retracement. Or if we can break above this resistance now, and then put the new levels in. So once I stop trading, I just close the charts. I just journal it, put the details in, done for the day. But yeah, so just need to see pound yen breakout. I would prefer buys if this support gets respected again, or we close below, break back above and continue up. But I need to see the structure first before I get into anything. Obviously the best idea would be a closure above this resistance, so another breakout, and then breaking this 4 hour high, and then we push up. So we're definitely going to see pound yen move for CPI today, definitely, and I will go over that. I'll go over that later. All right, gold. Now gold on the daily, as you can see, it's very weak bullish. Did have a nice push up, and now it's coming back down. So if we break yesterday's low, then we could sell right down into, well, there's such a big range below, such a massive range below for gold, all the way down to, so I aim for ideally high time frame key levels. So the first area I'll be looking at is like the 33.30s down to 33, like late 20s, where we've got a 4 hour and daily resistance. Whoa, what the hell was that? Postman. Right, and then, so yeah, 4 hour, as you can see, we've created support, a resistance, and we're pushing back down. So if CPI is bearish for gold, we should get a nice drop. We should get a nice drop. And look, we've got a clean range to retrace. Very clean range. That was my gold trade this morning. So I actually took, you see it's ranging and I wanted to play the range. Now my TP was actually down here, but I closed, where did I close? I closed somewhere around here. It was like 80 something pips. And I did take another entry down here and just like lock those both in, but I didn't add that. And I took this trade because gold pushed up, which was real nice. Oh, is the stream jumping? No, just make it to CPI. That would be great. That would be great. One sec, let's try this. Alright, we should be good for a minute. But yeah, took the retest down. Now could have taken the entry a bit higher, but when I actually got in here, pushed down, pushed back up a bit. I had my stop loss to slightly higher, and then obviously once this candle started pushing down, I reduced the stop loss because I thought if it breaks this high, then the trade is super invalid. But yeah, I wasn't willing to wait. I got out right before the new 4-hour candle because I was expecting the top wick. I still want to be in the trade that long. I want to start fresh for CPI. But yesterday's low is around here. This is yesterday. So if we break, I mean, as you can see from the daily, I'm gonna check it. As you can see from the daily, we've made the top wick. So if we break yesterday's low, I think we'll get a nice drop today. A real nice drop today. Real nice. Hey Rosie. Said GJ buys this morning. Yes. Same. The GJ buys were very nice this morning. Real nice. When did you get in? I mean, this week we did have some news this morning, but it was weak. It was orange folder, but it obviously did something because look at this whipsaw. But yeah, it was a nice move. Nice push up. $8 AM candle. So you got in here, this candle. Very nice. That continuation pattern, I guess. No, once it broke this high, yeah. I mean, this here is like a reversal, showing that price is going to continue up. So that was a real good move. Good job. Man. Anyone else take any trades on gold? Any trades on gold today? Now gold does like to range before CPI. Not even surprised. Waiting for CPI, yep, got you. Got you. think I have a good CPI today. I think I have a good CPI. So let's. It's still quite early though. I might wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. And then we'll do the breakdowns. What's happened the last CPIs and how the market's reacted. But what I am gonna do is. Gold sells. Run a poll today. BPI, that's a new one. Equals 2.8. CPI less than 2.8%. Cool. Full buys. Let's make that a little smaller. Put that up here. Is that better? Yeah, leave it up there. Let's see what happens, eh? Yeah, I'll do a breakdown about, I think, 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock. I'll do a CPI breakdown. But for now, I wonder if I can, no, I can't. Should I change that color? Let's make it a bright, boom. Can't miss it right here. Oh, we're breaking the lows. We're chopping. Oh shoot. Okay, broke yesterday's low. 4 hours breaking the low too. Okay. Okay, we might be in for a big sell-off today. We might be in for a real big sell-off today. We're already starting to push down. Got this clean range to the left. We could be in for a big sell-off. How's the volume? No, I'm not close enough to the mic, I don't think. Microphone. There we go. Is that better? Bit better? Do I need to speak a bit louder? Oh, it's not even turned up. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's low. Alright, that should be super good now. This should be super good now. Much better. You don't even say nothing this whole time. It's crazy. I don't know how long it's been like that anyway. I'm moving this microphone all over the desk when I'm doing stuff. See Roger streaming today for CPI. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good watch. I love watching Roger Casino. I do love Roger Casino. My chat's not coming up. But man, see if we can actually catch a CPI trade today. That would be great. It would be great. The wrong video. See if I can do a test. There we go. The chat's working now. Chat's working now. I don't know what that was about. Right, so the 4 hour, we put this over here, resistance, got the support around here. Just want to put the levels on so you know they're visible. Where the next ones, look at the next one all the way down here. No, that's the wrong one. It's higher time frame. And then, not to forget, the levels in between. I'm not going to put 33, 30. 32. You know I am. Yeah, that's what the levels are looking like below. That's what we have. Literally some potential retest areas, some higher time frame retest areas if gold wants to pull back a bit. I'm missing one. It's at 33. Where is it? Up here. 33, 38. I'm not going to add that one. I'm not going to add that one. It just feels too excessive. But I like the ones I have on right now. Alright, so 1 o'clock, I'll do the recap. I'm gonna do a poll right now though, that's what I'll do now. Okay, let's switch. Do. What will CPI do today? Gold buys, gold sells, gold buy and sell. Okay, that should be good. Alright, get to voting. What do we think's happening with CPI? Okay, we got 1 gold buys, both buy and sell. Okay. I wish it let me vote, but it doesn't let me vote. Would be nice. Oh, 111. It's a very mixed bag. What do we think's happening, guys? I'm very much looking forward to some CPI today, though. Definitely. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So what this means to the left, what this means right here, CPI 2.8 year on year. So this is what is expected. This is the forecast that CPI has gone up 2.8%, or it's 2.8% year over year, right? The target is 2%, so it's still too high. And so the last reading was 2.7. The forecast was 2.6. It came out high at 2.7. So it's actually been going up over the past couple months. May it be Trump's tariffs, which it is most likely the cause of the higher interest rates. What can you do? So if it's going up some more, or it's continuing to go up, it's going to delay the Feds from reducing the interest rates. I said interest rates before, but I meant inflation. But yeah, higher inflation, slower reduction of interest rates. So the interest rates will stay high, which will mean gold will sell, because higher interest rates mean bullish US dollar, right? You keeping up? Okay. If it comes in less than 2.8, it means that inflation is coming down. Therefore, the Feds are going to stay on the path of reducing the interest rates, which will therefore be bearish for USD because they're reducing the rates, and therefore bullish for gold. That's how I'm interpreting inflation right now. Oh man, the sell-off starting already? Wait for us. What's quite annoying about this price action is that this candle here, like the way this candle's closed and it's opened, really the support should have been around here at 33.44, and then this candle would have been the closure below, and then we could have been in some sells on this one. Do you know what I mean? Some quick in and out before CPI. But if you look at the 4 hour, I'm just put it at the bottom of the candle where the candle closed, because it's more, for me, a key level is more where the candles have closed rather than where the wicks have gone. So for example, looking at this resistance here on the lower time frame, you see it's pushed up, but the candles have closed here, so that a candle hasn't closed above this resistance, but we've tapped it with wicks. Therefore, it's still a strong resistance. It's had retests, but no candles have closed above. Okay, so 23 minutes, 22 minutes. Let me check out some Bloomberg since Roger's AFK. Trump deploys National Guard in DC. Oh God. There we go.
Some market data out of China, but I'd love your read on things at the moment, just how you're running the numbers. Can you share with us what you think the market
China urges firms not to use Nvidia chips. That's not good for Nvidia. That's not good. That's no good. You break the desk. Oh, gold pulled right back up. Okay. Seems like quite a strong level. GJ will have a big move too. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I think so. If I could vote in this poll, what do I think? What will CPI do today? I'm leaning more towards gold buys, and it's just for CPI, so not for the whole day. I'm not sure if gold pushes up after CPI and continues. So yeah, I'm thinking some quick buys, retest a resistance, and then come back down, because we've broken yesterday's low now. So I think we might push up because it's a 4-hour support, and then come back down. That's where I'm leaning more towards. We'll see, eh? We'll see. Just gotta wait for them numbers to drop. And I haven't really heard much about whether CPI is cooling, if it's hot, if they're expecting it to be high. The only thing I do know is that the forecast is higher than it was last month, which means they are anticipating that CPI inflation is actually going up. Alright, FX. Check out some news articles. See if they're talking about some CPI. Pound sterling strengthens on strong UK employment data. US inflation awaited. Of course. Yen is soft, lacking a clear catalyst. That's good for GJ. That's why we're pushing. Gbpjpy is outperforming with modest gain. Yeah. Where's the gold stuff? Where's the dollar stuff? Okay, so dollar index DXY consolidates around 98.50 with US CPI on tap. The market consensus anticipates higher inflationary pressures that might put Fed cuts into question. Soft inflation data is likely to increase risk appetite and send the USD lower. The market consensus anticipates hotter price pressures in July, with the headline inflation rising to a 2.8 yearly rate from 2.5% in June, and the core inflation hitting 5-month highs at 3%. So if they do believe that CPI is going to be higher, then we'll see a sell-off. So if the figures come out higher than expected, it says it will confirm that Trump's higher tariffs have reached Main Street. This might dampen hopes of Fed cuts in September, which are priced in at nearly 90% at the moment, providing additional support to the US dollar. Ooh. Okay. A low inflation report, on the contrary, would ease concerns about the impact of tariffs and might pave the Fed's path for a September cut. This option would trigger some risk appetite and might increase bearish pressure on USD. So pretty much what I said anyway. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. Low inflation, bearish dollar. Because gold buys, USD sells. That's all good. That's all good. Makes sense. I'm trying to interpret it in terms of what I have here. So yeah, higher than expected would mean USD buys, gold sells. Low inflation, gold buys, USD sells. Cool. Cool. Are we ready for the CPI though? Are we ready? When was the last CPI? July 15th. Roger's back. Let's see what this nutter's doing. Ooh, 40 minutes. Gold is staying up in this range. Of course. I don't even mind this gold range though, as long as we break up out of it. I do believe last time, no, that was NFP. NFP gold was pushing, I think it was pushing up, and then NFP just continued to push. I want to see if that applies to this time, where we start in the direction it's going to continue going. But I mean, look, if it's pushing up from this 4-hour support, we might get a lower inflation and a continued push. It could either go two ways. It's pushing up, it's priced in a bit, and then we continue pushing up, or it's pushing up to get a better price for the sales. Let me send that. Right, gold's really pushing back up in this range. Right, back up in this range. I think that's like, this has been about 100 pip push. It's been about down at 33, 36, 120 pips. Okay, pound yen retested this support, pushing up. Did mention pound yen holding at this support right here. I do think this pound yen 4-hour candle is just making a bottom wick, and that it's going to flip, break the high and continue pushing up. Boom, boom. All right, a couple minutes. I'll break down last month's CPI. And what the market did. We'll check that out. We'll look at gold. We'll look at pound yen, how many pips it moved, why it moved the way it moved. Do you know why I can't trust Gbpjpy, yeah? Well, I can't trust Gbpjpy because I said to Gbpjpy today, I said, I said US CPI is out today and the forecast is 2.8% year over year. give me the scenarios. It said, I'm not going to read all of it, but it says the key levels to watch: support zones near 1930 to 1950. A break below here could signal a short-term bearish phase. $1,930. So what's it looking at? What's it looking at? Gold could soar past $2,000, aiming for $2,050 plus. What? I said please use current gold prices. Gold is at 33.48 right now. Then it updated the numbers. But that's how off ChatGPT can be. This is why I don't trust AI. So yeah, if you're gonna use fundamentals, don't just ask AI and say this is what, and just take it at face value. That was a lesson. That was a lesson right there. Alright, so 1 o'clock candle. We close back up in the range, but price is still creating lower highs and lower lows. Still creating lower highs and lower lows. So a closure back in this range doesn't necessarily mean anything. If it had closed above this resistance here, I might have had a little bit more conviction towards the buyers, but it didn't. Alright, so I did say new hour candle. I'll look at what happened before. Let's break it down. So last CPI was July 15th. Forecast was 2.6, came out 2.7. So it came out hotter than expected. Alright, July 15th. At, let's see, 1:30, so let's go to 1 o'clock. So this is CPI right here. Came out higher than expected. So what happened? Gold pushed up initially and then it fell. So came out hot, higher than expected, gold sells. And that's what we got. So I'm expecting that today. I'm expecting that same thing today. If CPI comes out higher than 2.8, maybe we'll get a small push up, but primarily, well, overall, we'll get some sales on gold. Alright, that's for CPI if it comes out 2.8%. Let's see what happened for pound yen. So pound yen, July 15th. Let's go to 1 o'clock. So that was good numbers, interpreted as good numbers. Higher CPI, bearish for gold. Pretty simple, pretty old school. So July 15th. Oh, pound yen just whipsawed. Pound yen had a whipsaw. It sold, bought and sold, and then it continued bullish. But it was on an uptrend before that. It was pushing up beforehand. So I would anticipate that pound yen does the same thing again. Maybe a whipsaw, but continue bullish because that's where it's heading anyway. So I don't see why it doesn't continue. Only thing about pound yen right now is that it's hovering around this 4-hour resistance. So if it does want to pull back, this would be the perfect place to pull back from, a higher time frame key level. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, honestly. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I want the 4 hour, like I said, make a bottom wick, which it has, flip bullish, break the last 4 hour high, and then just keep pushing up. That's my plan for GJ today. And gold to me, I would prefer the sells, just because we've broken the 4 hour lows, we've broken the daily lows. We should just keep going. We should keep going. Everyone cast your votes. Cast your votes. What will CPI do today? Cast your votes. Get your votes in now. Votes in the chat. What's your predictions for CPI? Dun, 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 dun. That one wants to be lagging. I want gold sells. Oh shoot. Okay. You're part of the sales crowd. Okay. It could sell. I prefer the sells. But you know, gold's gonna do what gold wants to do. But the sells, that's definitely what I'm leaning more towards. Even if gold does push up, I don't know if it, I mean, because of the long-term expectations, I guess, if gold does buy, then it means that CPI is lower, which means that the Feds will obviously be reducing the interest rate, so that is more long-term bullish for gold than anything. It is actually long-term, it is more long-term bullish for gold. So yeah, we could see a nice little gold run, like a good push. But when you look at everything together, as in, I mean, look at the daily. The daily, we've already broken last week's low. I mean, the weekly's broken the last week's low already. The daily, we've broken yesterday's low. And I know I'm like a broken record, we keep having these massive pullbacks from the 3400s every time we get up in here. And now we've got this high impact news. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards some sells. Oh, let's change that. Someone asked Grok. That's crazy. Alright, 22 minutes to go. 22 minutes. I don't trust all these AIs anyway with all that information. Roger does not have the attention span for fundamentals at all. Alright, if we're going to continue, if we're just looking at the trend of gold, even though we are in this range, look at where the lows are, the higher lows are, the lower highs are, sorry. Look, we are actually making lower highs. Now, especially in this immediate range here, if we're looking like that, I guess it would be down here. In fact, no, that's wrong. Look, so this is the way I'm looking at gold right now. Structure wise, on the 30-minute it is bearish, although it's playing inside this range, but we will break out. So I would be looking at, if gold does push down, you know me, I play 4-hour level to 4-hour level. Let's see, look, not even know the cleanest of ranges below here. Nah, I'm definitely leaning more towards themselves. Definitely leaning more towards themselves on gold. Yeah, I am not gonna lie. If it pushes down and breaks below this support, this previous resistance here, now I'm looking for retests. You know me, retests. I like a good retest. If gold was bullish at the moment, if gold was currently bullish, then I'll look for the push, the drop, the retest, and then a bounce back up. But actually thinking about it, gold is quite bearish, so it most likely will just be, if it sells, it will just be a continued sell. Actually, it will just mean my target is all the way down here, which is a daily support, 4-hour support, 32.89. that, yeah, right around here, that I have marked up. And these are just other little resistance levels in between, but they're not actually supports, they're previous resistances that have been broken. Look, so look, the closest support is 32.89, and then we just have literally 4-hour resistances. But yeah, like I said, they've been broken. I've just put them on as, because they're levels, they're like previous levels. So if gold does push down and break them, then I'm just going to remove the levels. I'll remove it as it falls. Alright, 16 minutes, just under 17. Look, structure on the 15 looks real good for these cells. Ooh. Another breakout on pound yen. Is it going to push up, break this high? Now, typically, gold and pound yen, they do the inverse. They are correlated, inversely correlated. So if pound yen pushes up, I would expect to see gold drop. That's usually how they work. So if that happens, oof. Buy swaps and sell swaps. Wild. I would love more GJ buys. Me too, you know, me too. The GJ buys were pretty clean this morning, and I think what I really liked about it was they were so stress free. Like, I think the only thing that it wasn't even concerning. It just had a pullback. Normally, if I get a breakout, I like a retest of the broken level, but the entry candle did that. It already pulled down, tapped into the broken resistance, broke the high, and then pushed up. So yeah, once that had happened, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna let this thing run. I'm not gonna move my stops into profit. I'm not gonna move my stop loss to break even. Only thing I did was reduce my stop loss, made it, I think, about 13, just under 14 pips, and just let it run. Just let it run. I mean, my TP was only like 30 odd pips. About 34 pips my TP was, so just left it. Got the notification, TP triggered. Real nice, real nice, real nice, real nice. Look at the structure on the 15-minute. It's looking real bearish, real bearish. Apart from this rejection where it just pulled back up, but sales are looking good still. $13 to CPI. Boom, 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 boom. And the stream survived. It survived. I just need a new gaming, not a new gaming, a new streaming PC. I need a new PC. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm gonna get the new PC real soon. That's what it is. I have it doing too much. You can't handle everything. I don't even make it do a lot. It plays the music and it streams and opens the charts. That's it. And I won't get that delay and lag. It's not even my internet. I checked. Alright, so potentially getting on the next 15-minute candle if gold is nice to us. if gold is nice to us. So part of the backtesting series that I'm gonna do is trading the news. Trading the news, mainly on gold, because that's the news that has the most high impact. So I'm literally just gonna look for at trading CPI, NFP, not really the P, mostly the 130 news, the 130 UK news, all those ones that come out, and might have to start looking at either the 15-minute candles or the 5-minute candles. So it's on my list of backtesting things, backtesting ideas to see if we can just catch those trades, because sometimes at 15 minutes we don't catch it. Well, it's been a few times. It used to be good, like when I first started streaming last year and I was streaming London session, those news, the pound news, catching that 15-minute entry was nice. Used to be a lot of continuation patterns on a 15-minute time frame, but that had quite, I think I had about, I want to say like an 80% win rate on that. It doesn't really work as well in the afternoon. I haven't really back tested it as much. Alright, gold's coming down again. Now, if it closes below on this 30-minute before the news, I think we'll have a high probability that gold is going to continue down. For sure. For sure. Has everyone casted their vote? What's good, guys? What's good? We got 4 votes. No, there's more than 4 people in here. Hey, don't be scared to vote. It's anonymous. It's anonymous. No right or wrong answer. Well, there's right or wrong answers, but no one will know. Not a big deal anyway. It's not a big deal anyway. It's not a big deal anyway. Alright, let's start setting up our buy stops and sell stops. Nah, not really. Never. I would never do buy stops and sell stops for the news. Not beforehand anyway. Ooh, pound yen is not looking to close above. I mean, we do have 7 minutes. He really is putting these buy stops and sell stops in. This man never learns. Crazy, bro. Brother's a wild boy. Oh, no wonder my hat feels so loose. Buy stops and sell stops for news it's gambling. It's gambling. It's straight gambling. Don't do it. Oh, there you go. That feels better. GJ, so I'm looking for GJ to close above 199.91. but we're falling. I think gold is gonna keep dropping, you know, honestly. I think gold is gonna keep dropping. And I think pound yen's gonna keep pushing. I want to see where the results gonna drop. That's what I need to see. Where the results. Alright, we've got the news up. Let's see what this news does. Of course. Three minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Sales looking juicy. Sales are looking real juicy, aren't they? Aren't they? Alright. All we have to do now is watch out for these spreads. Spreads are going to be jumping like crazy. Ooh. Oh, it's pulling up, pulling up. Is that spreads though, or is it actually jerking? Now, I think the sells on gold would look good if price closes below this support, because it hasn't been able to since yesterday. It hasn't been able to close below 33.42. So I need it to stay below 15 minute. If the 15 minute can drop, and then look for continuation on the next 15 minute candle. Look for price to, you know, continue, break the low. Hopefully the 15 minute doesn't create like a long bottom wick. So yeah. Oh, he moved his buy stop. Oh, spreads on GJ are getting big. Whoa, how big is this spread? 40 pips. Oh, it's moving. All right, well, what's happening here? What's happening? 10 seconds. Oh, GJ's coming down first. Oh, gold pushing up. Gold pushing up. Woo, gold buys, baby. DJ's coming down. What's good here? What's good? Oh, this is so confusing. Oh, it closed below, then it pushed right back up. So what's the results? It came out. Oh, it came out less than expected. It came out 2.7. It came out 2.7. So gold buys potentially. Ooh. All right, 2.7. Look, GJ closed, retested and closed below. Ooh, okay. All right, I think gold's gonna keep pushing. Let's keep an eye on gold. Let's see. It's gold what I want really. So, gold needs to break out of this range though. That's the thing. I need gold to be out of this range. So 2.7, less than expected. Gold buys right here. Right here. Alright. Let's lock in. I was expecting if it was going to move in a direction, it would have more of a push. So I need gold to push up a little bit more and then get in on the next 15 minute candle. So if it can break out of this range, ideally push another 60 pips. It's a lot to ask for. But if gold can push for me some more, I would like to get in on the next 15 minute candle. And GJ, didn't break out, didn't get a closure above. Still inside this range at the moment, so not really much direction on pound yen. Oh, gold is just playing this range, just tapped right into that 4-hour resistance and then pulled back. This might actually be untradeable news. It's a shame. But the good thing is, inflation, it stayed the same as last month. So didn't go up, didn't go down. It just stayed the same. Still a bit higher than expected. Gold, what are we going to do then, gold? But everything else was the same except the year on year. Year on year is the only thing that that wasn't as forecast. That's it. Just the year over year. Which is the important reading, really. Right, gold, what do we want to do? I mean, if you look at it on the 4 hour, we just didn't even push up and break the previous 4 hour high. I don't know if gold really wants to continue up. I don't know. But it's still a lot of time left, at least for the 4 hour candle. Pound yen, it's pushing up still. Oh, it's coming down. Oh, sorry. So just tapped into that resistance. Yeah, it hasn't really done much, has it? Where's the music gone? Told you to stop. GJ's having quite the retracement, quite the push back up. I mean, this news, I don't think it was going to affect pound yen in the long run, like alter the trend for GJ. So it's had its reaction, it's dropped, and now it's continuing up. I'm not even surprised with that, to be fair. But gold, because it's affecting gold sort of long-term outlook, as in, you know, interest rates will be dropping as expected, sooner rather than later. I do want some pound yen buys, but I won't be able to take them until we get an actual closure above this resistance. That's still what I'm waiting for. I can't do anything while we're still in this range. Oh, gold, nice little drop there. To the 33.44s. Alright, GJ. Gold jump back up. Right, so in terms of taking a trade using the 15-minute candle, like it doesn't look like a good opportunity right now. It actually doesn't look like a good opportunity. Yeah, ideally, gold would have broken out. You know, we would have got the closure below, continued down, and then taken, you know, enter on the next 15-minute candle to either fill the wick or break the low and keep pushing. But I didn't expect gold to still be in this range. Comfortable in this range too. Look at GJ. If GJ closes above, I would love the buys, but can't use the 15-minute candle because the stop loss is huge. So maybe if the next 15-minute candle has a nice push and a decent, well, not too big, but I'd use the next 15 minutes low to get into buys on the 2 o'clock candle. Yeah, that would be my plan. That would be my plan for sure. For sure. If this candle closes with indecision, I think gold continues bearish, you know, for some reason. I feel like we haven't broken out of this range. We've broken previous low. Haven't broken the high. Oh, if we get a nice bullish closure, we're going up. 17 minutes left though. Keep switching to the 4 hour and it's right there. What are you guys thinking? What's the plan? What's your moves? How are you plotting this price action right here? Da 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 dum bum. Hey, I want to see gold break prior highs. Yesterday was such a sell-off to start the week. I wonder if we get a little pullback. Word, massive pullback. I mean, in day one. Wait, is it Tuesday? Yeah, Monday. We just break the weekly lows, just straight down. It was a massive move. You're right. Massive move. Massive move. I just want to break out of this range already. Are you in buys already, Ash? I mean, this CPI news, it's so bullish for gold. I would expect it to continue. I would expect it to continue up. I'm not gonna lie, but I need to see how this 4 hour candle closes. I would prefer if the 4 hour candle had a nice bullish body, and then the next 4 hour candle breaks the high, and then we retrace. Do you know what I mean? Then we get that push up. That's what I want to see. I don't want this 4 hour to close with a weak body and indecision, especially stuck in this range. Gold is becoming lazy. Hey, talk to gold nicely. Hey, bruh. Oh shoot, what did I press? Yeah, these gold ranges are ridiculous. They are actually ridiculous. No, I feel you though. I hear you though. The ranging is a bit It's quite annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, when I look at the daily, I'm just really in two minds. I'm really in two minds about gold. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in two minds because earlier on I was thinking gold is just making a top wick, and then once we break yesterday's low, we're gonna drive down. That didn't happen. We had a little spike down. It broke the low, but it didn't continue. And then right at news, it pushes right back up. So I can see the buys, and especially because it's CPI and because it's bullish for gold, I can imagine gold pushing, being more bullish than bearish. Definitely. But the 4 hours, just I need this 4 hour to close with a nice strong body. That's really what I want. And then yeah, I can jump into some buys confidently. Go on, just break this little resistance. Boom. Yes, golds. Okay. So I didn't get the push up on the new 15-minute, which is fine. Look, not even a bottom wick on it. So definitely wouldn't have had an entry anyway. But if gold can, even if it closes above this 4 hour resistance, I would love to get just a small bottom wick, break the high, and then I'll be in. And that's what I'll be looking for, yeah. Yep. And look, pound yen looks like it's coming back down. See the price. So look where GJ closed on the 15. Right on the resistance. Yeah, pound yen's coming down. Alright, gold buys, it is in line with the prediction. What's your I was just about to ask what would your TP be for gold? And then I read it. Imagine. I think honestly back to 3400. If not today, then over the next couple days. I'm thinking all the way up. It's clean to the left. Maybe a slowdown at 33.65. 33.65. This broken support. This was a really strong level last week or the week before, like a couple weeks ago. Last week. Yeah, so maybe at least a retest of 33.65, and then if we continue pushing up above there, then yeah, I'm aiming for back to 3400. Oh, this is a nice push though. Yes. Okay, looks like an entry at 2 o'clock. Where's the music gone? Where's my music? Keep stopping. Oh, it just needs to break above this resistance. This resistance needs to not hold. Alright. Oh, come on, gold. Push past this resistance. 33.58. That would be great. Oh, no. Look at this pullback. Man, there's 50 pip pullbacks like it's nothing. Okay, 33.64, 33.70, and 33.77. Okay, so 64, said 70, and then 77. Okay, cool. So we're aiming for the same area, looking at the same area. Come on, God, don't close back in this range, please. Please, please, please. Asking nicely. Man, I was playing this range this morning as well. I took some sells from 33.54ish, 33.54 this morning off this 4-hour resistance, but I was hoping CPI would push us out of this 4-hour range. There's no way we can stay in here for, like, you know, another day. We should move. What other news do we have this week? Oh yeah, GDP, but that's for pound. PPI on Thursday, retail sales, and consumer sentiment on Friday. I remember it was a decent news week, not too heavy. You always get CPI and PPI same week, and then retail sales. So all the consumer news in 1 week, basically. That's it, Goldie. Push back up. Off you go. Maybe it was coming down for that 15-minute bottom wick. I think so. It didn't have a bottom wick on that 15. I'm glad it did that. Now I don't have to worry about this bottom wick. Although on the 15-minute, I never really worry about the bottom wicks, to be honest. It's more the 30-minute and up. Should be worried about this 30-minute candle that it doesn't have a bottom wick. If it wasn't a news candle, then yes. But because it's a news candle, I'm not really like as bothered by it, to be honest. Yeah, only after news I'm not really so worried, because obviously no wicks mean two things: either there's a lot of buying or selling volume, why the candle has pushed in that direction with no bottom wick, which obviously is you know, the result of news. Or yeah, price just pushes up and it will come back down to create a little range for that candle. But because it's CPI, I'm not really as bothered by it. If it comes back down, then it comes back down, but I don't have no setups going on right now anyway, and I wouldn't be surprised if the 4 hour does come back down, because look how it's closing. 3 minutes. Please don't close with this weak body and indecision, please. Look, pound yen has made a decision and it's dropping. Why is it gold do the same? Come on. It's rejecting this resistance again. Gold closing in this range. Oh, man, look, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. It's not looking great though, is it? It's not looking great, is it? It's definitely not looking great. Gold's not showing us no love today. Alright, I'm pushing up a little bit. Go on, 1 minute. I'm more concerned with this 4 hour body. I don't want an indecision candle to close. I don't want this 4 hour candle to close with indecision. The indecisive body. The indecisive candle. So, I mean, a bullish closure could mean two things. It could be a higher low. So we've got a low here. Could be a higher low. Next candle could come down, maybe retest the support and then break the high and push up. Or it could be a continuation pattern. We could push up, retest this resistance, fill this wick and stay bearish. I do know one thing, can't take no trades inside this range. Which is pretty annoying. Alright, we've got a little bottom wick. We've got a small bottom wick. Oh, did it pop a little bit? Yes, it did. Okay. So I'm gonna have to wait for a closure outside of this range for anything. So potentially a retest or a breakout. Those are my only two options. So I either want to get in when I know we're out of this range, or yeah, like I said, a little retest. I want to see what's the dollar index looking like. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a serious drop. Maybe we should get some gold buys. Look at this. We should get some gold buys. The dollar's dropped that much. Go back to gold. Forget GJ. Is it rejecting this resistance again? Definitely is no bottom wick on this. So there definitely isn't no bottom wick on this candle right here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. Just gonna have to wait for gold to break out of this range, finally do something. I would prefer if it bought up in line with the CPI reading, but gold's gonna do what gold's gonna do. Gold's gonna do what gold's gonna do. I don't want to force anything. I already took a little trade today. I don't want to give back no profits. But look, nah, pound yen definitely looks like it's gonna retrace. Look, created a nice resistance on top of a 4-hour resistance. Yeah, GJ's pulling back. But gold, yeah, I'm unsure. And if I'm unsure, then I'll just leave it. I'll let it be. Guys, it's been great. We made it through a whole stream with no issues. But back again tomorrow. There's no news tomorrow on Wednesday. Thank God. There's no news. We have a clean day. Perfect. Alright, guys. Back again tomorrow. Have a good one. Be safe out here in these charts, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Benny. See you later. Ash, peace out. Rosie, peace out, guys.